डिस्कस कर रहे थे कि इस पैराडॉक्सल वर्ल्ड में क्या वो स्किल्स हों, कैसे मैं अपनी लाइफ को मैनेज करूं, कैसे इन रिलेशनशिप्स को मैनेज करूं, कि आई शुड बी एबल टू लिव माई लाइफ एंड कीप माई रिलेशनशिप्स इन अ सक्सेसफुल फैशन. I should be successful at home and in the office. I should be successful inside as well as outside. यही पैराडॉक्स था ना. अच्छा, अब ये जो पैराडॉक्स है, ये जरूरी नहीं कि ये सिर्फ देहातों में रहने वालों के लिए है. This could also be for the people who are living in cities, small towns and the big towns and the metropolis cities. Living in the developing world and the developed world. Kyun? Because human beings are everywhere the same. Of course, the language is different, culture is different, values are different. But then, when we speak of the management principles and management skills, remember जो आप वो principles of management में पढ़ कर आए हैं, कि what are those roles which, आज हम उनको जरा recall भी करेंगे, what are those roles which one has to perform? And those functions which one has to perform, remember we said polka? और ये फंक्शन परफॉर्म करते हुए फिर हम ये देखना चाहेंगे कि किस तरह से आप ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में काम करते हुए, घर पे काम करते हुए, वर्क को परफॉर्म करते हुए, मार्केट में कस्टमर्स और कंज्यूमर्स और क्लाइंट्स और कंसल्टेंट्स के साथ इंटरेक्ट करते हुए सक्सेसफुली ये रोल भी परफॉर्म करें, फंक्शंस भी परफॉर्म हो, और स्किलफुली और टेक्टफुली और इंटेलिजेंटली it will be a win-win situation for you, for the organization, and the relationships which you are carrying along in your career. लेकिन इसके लिए, let me ask you a question. My question is, how can we best prepare ourselves, you, how can we best prepare you, today's managers, regardless कि वो पाकिस्तान में कहां हैं, सिटीज में हैं, टाउन्स में हैं, विलेजेस में हैं. Wherever you are, today's managers, today's officers, today's executives, today's young people, men and women, ladies and gentlemen like you, how can we prepare them? How can we develop them to face tomorrow's global challenges? Keeping in mind those paradoxes, keeping yourself intact, taking care of the inside and the outside, taking care of myself and yourself and all of us. आप मुझे बताइए, it's open question to you. I want to make sure that I progress, but then where I work, they also want to progress. I want to make sure that I bring profit, benefits, good living for my family, for my parents, for my brothers and sisters. But then, the Pakistani government, the Pakistani organizations, they also want that you help them to earn good living for the managers, for the stakeholders, for the shareholders, and for the investors of the company. That's a paradox. And I think we need to learn those skills that we develop a win-win situation. So इस कोर्स का एक ऑब्जेक्टिव ये भी होगा कि फिर इस विन-विन सिचुएशन में किस तरह से आप वो कौन सी स्किल्स हैं जो आप लर्न करने के बाद, assess करने के बाद where you are today, and you will make yourself ready for tomorrow. So you put those new concepts, learned concepts into experience, into practice, so that when next time the same person or the customer or the client or the boss deals with you, he or she would say, oh, I'm dealing with a better person. I'm dealing with a better manager. I'm dealing with a better human being. So this whole world, this whole globe will be a better place to live. क्या ख्याल है? इस कोर्स का लाइफ में, रिलेशनशिप में और वर्क में और ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में और सोसाइटी में फायदा नहीं होगा. और आई एम श्योर बाय डूइंग सो you will move on into your career, but at the same time, people around you will also be happy interacting with you. मैंने बात की थी जनरेशन Y की. Young people like you, not like me. You, ladies and gentlemen. Generation Y is the one who are born after 1980. ठीक है? ये जनरेशन Y कहलाती है. इनका नाम मैं इसलिए ले रहा हूं कि do they have a different mindset and a different work habits and a different life values? लेकिन कंपेयर कर लें इसको जनरेशन Y को जनरेशन X से जनरेशन साइलेंट जनरेशन. इस डिफरेंस को जरा नोट कीजिएगा, इसलिए कि ये जो जनरेशनल डिफरेंस है, मैनेजमेंट स्किल्स वही हैं, लेकिन उन मैनेजमेंट स्किल्स को अपडेट करने का, चेंज करने का, इंप्रूव करने का वक्त आ गया है. साइलेंट जनरेशन इज द वन बोर्न बिफोर 1946 और 47. ठीक है? एक टर्म हम यूज करते हैं मैनेजमेंट में, आपने पढ़ी होगी, बेबी बूमर्स, द वन हु आर बोर्न बिटवीन 1946 एंड 1960 और 59. और जनरेशन एक्स आर दोज पीपल, मेल एंड फीमेल, लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, हु आर बोर्न बिटवीन 1960 एंड 1979. इंटरनेट से पहले का दौर है, इंफॉर्मेशन और कम्युनिकेशन टेक्नोलॉजी से पहले का दौर है. अभी 1980 तक तो ईमेल भी इतनी आम नहीं थी. रिमेंबर आई सेड व्हेन आई डिड माय पीएचडी देयर वाज नो ईमेल. वो जमाना था टेलीग्राम्स का, फैक्स भी इतनी कॉमन नहीं थी. वी आर टॉकिंग ऑफ द जनरेशन वाई हु आर से व्हाट 25 years old into 20s and early 30s, full of technology, full of gadgets, available in towns and villages and cities and big and small. Public sector and private sector, everywhere the facilities are available. Do they have a different mindset? Do they have a different value set? Are they more global than me? Now, if I don't change, well then, it's a difficult living with young people. They're more dynamic. They're more assertive. They're more into their job. Information available to them is at a faster rate, and quantity and quality is quite different than what was available to me. And those of you who are into research, research or consulting, let me share with you, those were the days when you will search into the journals and spend hours and hours on searching. How about now? Generation Y can search within seconds. What are you looking for? Where is this information published? So this generation Y, which is going to change and bring change in Pakistan as well, which is going to bring and make this globe peaceful. And this generation Y is interacting at the global level more than other generations. I feel happy when I see young people like you traveling morning from Lahore to Karachi or maybe Lahore to Dubai and coming back in the evening. Task is done, work is done. Interacting with people at the global level. So that is why in this course we like to bring in the global touch and those management skills which will be practiced at home by yourself, in the office, and practiced at the global level. And you feel successful while interacting in diversified environment, diversified languages, diversified cultures, diversified background, diversified work environments. See this picture? On the toes, ready to fire, ready to learn, ready to bring change. Young men and women like you, from the business or non-business functional areas, while working at home or in the office. How can you do it? Remember I said, why should you do it? Raise question. What are the answers? You learn the concepts. So why brings a critical viewpoint of those questions which are being asked? What gives you the concept? How request you, demand from you, expect from you, inspire you, that you put it into practice. That's where the difference will come. What we know, we demonstrate. Let your talk make the walk. Remember I said, sometime you face and interact with a person, you have to go with hard negotiation, hard persuasion, influencing and using authority and power. That's managerial responsibility. But you want to be successful. How can you do it? तो इसीलिए फिर इस कोर्स में you will evaluate your skill set, learn the concept, put that concept into practice, see how the behavior is changed. Let's see what are the different kinds of managers and leaders around you, in the office, outside the office you will find. अच्छा, अब मैं मैनेजर और लीडर दोनों लफ्ज इस्तेमाल कर रहा हूं. We will share with you what is the difference between management skills and leadership skills. These are different. But in this course, although we are asking you to develop those managerial skills, where leadership skills are also part of it. Okay, so these political managers and leaders, military managers and leaders, business managers and leaders, academic, assistant professor, associate professor, dean, principal, headmaster, rector, vice chancellor, and of course lecturer, जिसको आप कहेंगे first entry officer, first line of management, student, lecturer, assistant professor, interacting with each other. How can you be successful? Those of you who might be working in the academic institution and taking this MBA program or taking this course as a standalone course. And of course, interacting with higher level management, middle management, top management, and the students and the staff, religious managers and leaders. How are you going to present in a logical fashion? Interact with them, influence them, and develop a win-win situation. Sports managers and leaders, economic managers and leaders. And there are so many around you. I'm sure you know many of them. When you look in the social aspects, when you look in the sociology and psychology area, when you look in the public media, and the way public media and the televisions in Pakistan are emerging and making their voice to be heard, and making the voice of the public and the masses and the citizen to be heard. Very important. Good contribution. But objective of this course is, what are those skills required by all of them? You may be an army officer taking this program, taking this course. You may be a business CEO or CFO or a director or a managing director or a deputy director, assistant manager, a bank officer, credit officer. Regardless of wherever you are and what is your title, manager or non-manager, these skills are required by all of us. Remember I said, at home and in the office and in the market, in the mosque, in the church, in the every organization. अच्छा, इसलिए कि देखिए, पहला जो मैनेजमेंट का कोर्स था, उसमें हमने ये कहा था, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन क्या होती है? इट्स अ सोशल एंटिटी. घर भी एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, मॉस्क भी एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, मार्केट एंड मैन्युफैक्चरिंग और सर्विस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. और उन सब में काम करने वाले जो लोग हैं, कुछ मैनेजरियल पोजीशन पे हैं, कुछ नॉन मैनेजरियल पोजीशन पर हैं। अच्छा, लीडिंग की तो फिर डिस्कशन देखिए, हाउ द मैनेजर कुड बिकम लीडर, हाउ द नॉन मैनेजर कुड बिकम लीडर। मैं तो अमूमन ये कहा करता हूं, हाउ कुड ए सिक्योरिटी गार्ड, एन ऑफिस असिस्टेंट, एन ऑफिस बॉय टेक द लीडिंग रोल? Think of Martin Luther King. Remember what he said? He was speaking to his own countrymen at that time. Most of them, they were working in the not managerial job, but rather non-managerial jobs. And he was giving his ideas to them, revolutionary ideas. Remember, when you complete your work, you are gone. And when your boss will come and he looks at the work done by you and he says, oh, very good, well done, he is taking you the leader. As a manager, as a non-manager, whatever your area of work was, you've done in a good way. You're gone. But when somebody appreciates, that means your skills are being appreciated. That's what I was talking, managers and non-managers. These are people responsible for supervising their work, for supervising the use of the resources so they can meet certain goals. लेकिन resources की definition change हो गई. अब इन resources के अंदर, ठीक है, आप factors of production पढ़ कर आए हैं, आप human resources, financial resources की बातें करके आए हैं. Good enough. But now on, when I like to see you, a manager ready to take challenge of the 21st century, ready to face the paradoxes, please notice financial capital, process capital, relationship capital, and of course, human capital. We're talking about 4 capitals at least. Financial capital, 5, 10, 20, 100, 1000, 1 million जो आपको दिया गया है to do the kind of work where you're doing the work. Process capital, sales process, public speaking process, आपको जो presentation बनानी है उसका process, आपको जो notes लेने हैं उसका process, कंपनी के manuals हैं, strategy बनाने का process है, brand कैसे launch होगा, channels में कैसे distribution होगी, price कैसे set होगी, operation कैसे होगी, production में लॉसेस कैसे कम होंगे, एक्सपोर्ट का क्या प्रोसेस है, इंपोर्ट का क्या प्रोसेस है, रिटेल्स का क्या प्रोसेस है, होलसेल का क्या प्रोसेस. प्रोसेस कैपिटल हर कंपनी का मुख्तलिफ होता है. शॉपिंग कैसे करके आएंगे, बजट कैसे प्लान करेंगे, कैसे सेविंग करेंगे, इन्वेस्टमेंट कैसे होगी, प्रोसेस कैपिटल. Human capital. Most important capital, which in 21st century has become not only important for the organizations, but even at home. Human capital. It's not only the heads and the hearts and the hands of the person. It is his knowledge. It is her skills. It is her experience. It is her attitude and behavior. It's the value system which human is bringing to the office. Because remember, we want to live in a peaceful fashion, in a diversified environment. So human capital has taken the lead. And the last capital which we are talking is the relationship. Someone you keep at heart, someone you keep in the file, someone whose phone is remembered by you, someone phone number you have put into the folders and files. Those customers, you remember their date of birth. Those customers who are your valuable customer, lifetime customer. Those students who bring good name to your institution. Those workers with whom you like to relate it. Relationship capital. That's why I said in this course, the focus will be how can I learn those skills which will add value to my life, or life to the years of my life, and it will add value to the relationships which I have. अच्छा देखिए, जब आप relationship की बात कर रहे हैं, Relationship with the top management, with your boss, with the people above you. Relationship with your colleagues, peers. Relationship which report to you, who report to you. The way you communicate with them. The way you interact with them. The way you listen to them. This is the relationship capital. People remember you, and that remembrance, that legacy is also a relationship. You are gone, but your relationship is either weak or a medium or strong. Somebody you met once, you like to meet him again or her again. Professionally, relationship capital very important. अच्छा, इस relationship capital में suppliers के साथ relationship, customers के साथ relationship, vendors के साथ relationship, humans के साथ relationship, investors के साथ relationship, shareholders के साथ, you name it, citizens के साथ relationship, political leadership के साथ relationship, military leadership के साथ relationship, global level पर regional leadership. That's why you have so many different blocks. Block of European Union, block of SAARC region, block of Asia, East Asian region, Asian Tigers economies, Asia Pacific region, North American region, South American region, BRIC region. These are different names you give. And the management skills which you can use at home, in the office, in the region, at the national level, in the regional level, at the international and global level will change. And successful will be the person who can learn the concept first before going to Dubai or before going to Spain. Because Dubai and Spain, food is different, language is different, culture is different, people are different. So what kind of, for example, your attitude and orientation towards time. Dubai, okay, you could be 15 minutes late, nobody would mind. Same is the case with Kuwait and Saudi Arabia. Same will work in Sri Lanka maybe. But if you go to North America, Canada, United States, you better be on time. 9 o'clock means sharp 9. See the difference in value? If you move to Japan, it's not even the hour which is important. You must learn the skill that your movement should be not hour-based, not minutes-based, but seconds-based. If you miss by second, you will miss the train. So these are your plannings. These are your organizings. These are the function polka, which you can learn so you could be a successful, an effective manager. And while being effective and successful, you will add value to your life and the life of the organization. So what are the challenges then for you and for us? Number one, competition at the global level is increasing. Global organizations' presence is increasing. But then, if the orange juice can come from China, then the orange juice of Sargodha has to compete with the orange juice of Florida coming from China. You must build a competitive advantage. An advantage for your company. That company could be in Khoshab. That company could be in Shikarpur. That company could be in Mardan. So if the tobacco coming from Mardan, being processed in Sahiwal, being sold all over Pakistan and around the globe, must meet the standards and the quality and the supply and the cost at the global level. You have to learn those skills. That's why we're saying you have to build a competitive advantage for yourself and for the company you work for. And I'm sure now you understand, going through the different courses, what is a competitive advantage. An advantage over your competitor. At the company level, at the personal level, at the professional level. एक ही बेंच पर बैठने वाले, एक ही कोर्स को पढ़ने वाले, एक ही प्रोग्राम के अंदर एनरोल होने वाले मेल एंड फीमेल स्टूडेंट्स, when they go to the market, they go to the organization, they go to the corporate sector, they go at the global level, they get different salary and different benefits. Why? One can speak with confidence, one cannot. One can learn fast, one cannot. One can adjust and be adaptable fast, one cannot. आप ही खुद सोचिए, think about it. Who will get higher salary? Who will get better benefit? Another challenge at the global level, which is very important, how can you maintain ethical and socially responsible standards? Ethical and socially responsible standards. Very important area. You may call it corporate social responsibility. You may call it family social responsibility. You may call it city social responsibility as a good citizen. I'm sorry to bring this information that many companies, you can take names of those companies, which were run by managers through unethical, non-ethical practices. That's why I'm saying it's a paradox. You want to reach at the moon, but do you know what is so important for the earth? What kind of products are you launching? Are they hurting the place and the globe and the environment? Are you socially responsible? And that's why at the European Union level, they have come up with a globally responsible initiative. How can we develop those managers and leaders, and how can we develop those organizations which are socially responsible? That's why I'm saying Generation Y is more concerned about ethics and social responsibility. Generation Y would like to see Pakistan survive and thrive. And Generation Y would not like to sit silently, would like to speak. Well, they can use SMS, they can use Facebook, they can use Twitter and blogs, they can have blogs of their own or a website of their own. So the question is, if that's the kind of environment around you, are you skillful enough? Are you going to manage? For example, in your company, email is one way of communicating with colleagues, with officers, with customers, with top management. But how about the Facebook of the company? How about the blogs of the company? What are the people saying? How are they trying to relate? Would you not like to read? Would you not like to be part of it? Where people are conveying their feelings about the product. Where people are conveying their feelings about the services. Where people are talking. And not only he or she is talking, but all the people in the network, they're talking. Would you not like to listen? Would you not like to develop that skill? Would you not only care about that email which comes to you and not read what is there written on the social network? Reading social network has become even more important. Managing a diverse workforce. People from Sindh are coming to Punjab. People from Punjab going to Balochistan. People from frontier province, Pakhtunkhwa, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, going to Karachi and coming to Punjab. Diverse workforce. People from Europe, Turkey, Sri Lanka, coming to Punjab, coming to Pakistan, coming to Islamabad. Diverse workforce. So how would you cope with it? And if you're taking a course and say the professor is delivering that course from North America, would you not like to know what is the classroom behavior, the discussion behavior, and what is written on the blackboard, that discussion board, the way virtual university have their own discussion board? You know, Virtual university call it graded discussion board. Same is the Blackboard or WebCT. Same is the threads which you generate while you interact with the students in the class. You create a community. So what are the management skills required while you work in a group and you work as a community and you work as a team? So you see, relationship with the team members, relationship with the teacher, say he's the manager, both are important. So soft skills are becoming more important than the hard skills. Yes, mathematics, IT is required. Quantitative command of the subject is required. But I think what's becoming more important is that how you deal with the soft skills. Utilizing information technology and e-business technology, yes, that's also a challenge in the global environment. Well, then I like to know myself and I like you to know how can you develop, build, attain a competitive advantage. Well, you do it by increasing efficiency. How efficiently you can work, how efficiently you can learn, how efficiently you can put into practice. Increasing quality. Something was good enough. Something is great enough. Something is excellent enough. Something is world class. See, quality difference. Someone is just satisfied from your behavior. Someone is happy to speak with you. Someone is excited to see you again. Increasing quality in relationship. Increasing speed. Increasing flexibility. Bringing innovation. How flexible you are that you can work with people from Bangladesh, people from Sri Lanka, people from India. How flexible you are, you can work with people from South Punjab, you can work people from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, you can work people from Sindh. And how fast you are. I know you can complete your task, but remember, it's not a days and weeks now. It's a minutes and hours. Seconds are also counted. जब आप ईमेल भेजते हैं तो उस पर सेकंड भी लिखे हुए होते हैं किसने कब भेजी. और फिर आखिरी बात ये कि अगर कॉम्पिटिटिव एडवांटेज आपने डेवलप करनी है, हाउ इनोवेटिव यू आर. आई एम सॉरी, इनोवेशन इज ए डेली प्रैक्टिस. Nature is innovative. Every day, sun rises from a different place with a different angle. Every night, moon comes from a different direction. Innovation. Innovation is the part of life. Can you learn innovation and creativity? These are the skills. It can be learned. How can you increase the responsiveness to the customer? One attitude is, okay, I'll call you 9 o'clock tomorrow morning when I come back to the office. Second is, whenever you receive a call from the customer, from the student, from the colleague, from the boss, from the citizen, remember, you complain when the response is not given to you there and then. Generation Y, when they go to the office, they submit an application, they would prefer that the response is given there and then while waiting. I know this was the habit of the corporate sector in the developed countries, but now it's a global standard. How quick you can respond, how many minutes you will take. It reminds me rather, of that lady I called in Singapore. I wanted to join a course. I registered for it. I paid money through credit card. Then I asked her, is there any hotel where I can live close to your place? And she said, hang on a minute. And within 30 seconds, knowing I'm calling from overseas, within 30 seconds or maybe less than a minute, she came back and she said, hotel number 1, hotel number 2, hotel number 3. These are their phone numbers. These are faxes. This is their email address. And if you write to them, tell them that you will be taking a course with us, they will give you discount. Responsiveness. That's a skill. How you interact with the one who is related to you. It will give you competitive advantage at the personal level and also to the company. Decreasing the cost to the customer. Very important. I want to have a faster deliveries. I want to have cheaper price. I want to have higher quality. That's my right as a citizen, as a consumer, as a customer. See the trend? 5 or 10 years ago, even in Lahore, there was not many companies who will deliver you food at home, who will deliver you rice and spices at home, who will deliver you your laundry at home, who will pick the electricity and consumer bills or utility bills from the home. How about now? That's the demand of the generation Y. And if you fulfill, you earn the profit. Cost to the customer is less. You see, when you travel to the restaurant, instead the food is delivered to you at home. Cost is less. And that's why you need to learn those skills to put it into practice. How can you respond and deliver the quality product in a faster time, cheaper price? And all of this is important because competent management, the key determinant for the organizational success. Because the organizational success is on the basis of the competent management. And according to the research, the competent management will be when less people will leave that organization. Decrease turnover. When the people working in the organization, they use those management skills, that the profit of the quarter will go up, profit of the year will go up, profit of the product and services will go up. Of course, sales would be higher. That means stock value per employee would go up. Investors would be happy, shareholders would be happy. And once they do this, it will come back. Who is doing it? You are doing it. You as a manager, you as a non-manager, you as a supervisor, you as a worker, knowledge worker. If you are doing it, people will notice what kind of skills are you using, how confident you are, how quick you are making decision, how quality decision making you are doing, how soft you are, how nice you are to talk with. That's why people would like to share and exchange the credit cards. All right, then that brings me to a point. What is management then? Before we speak and learning those management skills. Well, you already know Polka. We want to use Polka management functions. So we can achieve the goal of the family, goal of the organization, goal of the society, goal of the NGOs, goal of the not-for-profit, goal of the for-profit organizations. These are the roles you have to perform. I'm just going a quick check and a quick overview rather. These are the roles, we called it Mintzberg roles, because these are the tasks you have to perform. And when you perform those tasks, how can you be a skillful person? How can you do it better? Because in that position, how can people see that you're doing it in an excellent fashion? Decisional role. And remember, under decisional role, are you making decision as an entrepreneur, intra-entrepreneur or extra-entrepreneur? How can you handle disturbance and make decisions? How good negotiator you are. Informational role. Remember, you have studied already in the principles of management. How do you monitor the information of the company, about the company, for the company? Coming from the social websites, coming from the company website, coming from the blogs, coming from the newspapers, coming from the magazines, feedbacks, formal feedbacks, informal feedbacks. People who are talking near the water fountain, people who are talking in the corridors. You have to gather the information. And of course, then you disseminate and then you are spokesman. Interpersonal role. These are also the roles which one has to perform. You may be given the managerial authority, or you may be given the authority at home. But please notice now, this polka, yes, it is required. But now in 21st century, from generation Y, polka alone is not good enough. There is something more than polka. What is that? Can you make things happen? My dear students, ladies and gentlemen, can you make things happen? Do you have that skill set, the mindset, the attitude set, the work set, the habit set, the knowledge set, the ability set, the relationship set? Can you make things happen? We need those people who can get the things done. Don't tell me what is strategic planning and tactical planning and operational. मैंने तो सब कुछ किया था जी, काम. No, I'm sorry. Constraints will be there. Difficulties will be there. Challenges will be there. Lekin, we need those people who are ready to take the challenge, who can make the things happen. तुम दिए बादे मुखालिफ से न घबरा, ए उकाब. You are the eagle. Manager should look around, take the challenge. This opposite wind and the opposite force and the resistance and the people who are talking against you and against project, it will always be there. But you learn that skill to overcome that resistance. You learn that skill that you make the people mellow. You learn that skill that people get influence from you. People are persuaded by you. And you make the things happen. अच्छा, जब प्रोजेक्ट कंप्लीट हो जाएगा, प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च हो जाएगा, सर्विस डिलीवर हो जाएगी, सेल्स टारगेट अचीव हो जाएंगे, पीपल विल स्पीक अबाउट इट. सक्सेस नर्चर सक्सेस. तो क्या आप ऐसी स्किल नहीं लर्न करना चाहेंगे विच विल मेक यू सक्सेसफुल? अच्छा, आप कहेंगे जी हर दफा तो सक्सेस नहीं होती. देयर कुड ऑल्सो बी some failures. Yes. But we are looking for those managers and those skills who can learn from their mistakes. It's an experience. Next time, I'll do it better. I'll take the challenge and I'll make it happen. So, polka ke saath saath, now you need the skill how to make things happen. I will not give you recipe, I will not give you process, I will not coach you and guide you. You have to do it. You meet the competition. Competition will be there. At the personal level, at the professional level, at the organizational level, at the departmental level, at the society level, at the provincial level. Competition for electricity. Competition for the products. Competition for the fast deliveries. It will always be there. And with globalization, it's getting larger and larger. Can you meet the competition? Are you only old-fashioned, traditional manager looking into status quo, looking into stability? Or are you dynamic enough, Generation Y, are you dynamic enough that you can find out where the competitor is and either you collaborate with him or you compete with him, so you bring in the win-win situation. Strategic partnership. Remember this concept? This is only to compete the competition. You develop a partnership over a long period of time with vendors, with suppliers, with even customers. You organize people, you organize projects, you organize processes in such a way that things will happen. So, the management skill to deal with people, the management skill to deal with projects, the management skill to deal with processes. And remember, processes, so many processes, marketing-related processes, finance and accounting-related processes, operation-related processes, public-related processes, top management-related, quality-related processes, technology-related processes, sales and brand-related issues. But the question is, can you organize people and process and projects? And then, can you lead them? So that's why in this course, we'll talk about those management skills which are required as a manager. And those management skills which makes you leader. And you blend them both. That leader is no good who is not a good manager. And that manager is no good even if he is not given the authority of the leader who can lead. लीड करने के लिए जरूरी नहीं कि आपको मैनेजरियल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दी हुई हो. Those of you who have taken the course on organization behavior, remember that personal power, nobody gives you that. Power of expertise, power of reference. जहां आप कुर्सी लगा के बैठ जाएंगे, that is your skill. जहां कुर्सी पे बैठ जाएंगे, people will come. Even if you not sit on the chair, wherever you are, people will call you. People will remember you. So how can you manage an organization, my dear student, without managing yourself? That is very important. Before you talk about organization, I have to speak about myself. So these are some of the skills you have already studied in other courses, at least in the principles of management. Conceptual skills, human skills, technical skills. Focus on the human skills. These skills are required from top management. These skills are required from middle management. These skills are required from the first line managers, from students, from teachers, from everybody. Human skills. And that's why those management skills which are focused more towards humans, more towards people, soft skills, more towards teams, more towards communities, more towards relationships, they need a little more practice. They require a little more patience. They require a little more change in our attitude and mindset. लेकिन नोट कीजिएगा, इन स्किल्स के साथ साथ political skills. How can you use power to influence others? How can you use negotiation skills to persuade others? How can you make things happen? और पॉलिटिक्स भी वो जिसमें एथिक्स हो, पॉलिटिक्स भी वो जिसमें सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी हो, पॉलिटिक्स भी वो जिसमें ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का इंटरेस्ट भी सेक्रीफाइस ना हो, और जिसमें एम्प्लॉइज का इंटरेस्ट भी सेक्रीफाइस ना हो, और जिसमें कस्टमर्स का इंटरेस्ट भी सेक्रीफाइस ना हो. सो वी हैव टू गो थ्रू इट, that these are general managerial skills. We learn them, and once we learn them, it brings me to a point. What kind of manager you are? Are you an old-fashioned manager? Or are you a Generation Y, new kind of mindset, new paradigm, new style of management? And I would like to learn what is the difference between the two, so that I can set myself with a 21st century mindset, with able to deal with paradoxes, and leave those concepts which are of no use today. Leave those skill sets which are out-fashioned, outdated. Learn those concepts, put them into practice, behavioral practice, which is required today, which is required in future, which is required at the national level, which is required at the provincial level, which is required at the global level. Let's not forget, which is also required at home. Dealing with wife, dealing with parents, dealing with children. Management skill is a skill set required by all of us, my dear students, ladies and gentlemen, by all of us, male and female. Villages and towns and cities. Metropolis, international cities, global cities. And I think once you learn these skills, you will be a kind of manager, you will be a kind of person who will be a happy person. And don't you like to be a happy person? We will learn this together. And we will practice this under why, what, and how. Thank you.